Yo, what up, my people? Top of the top, how you're doing? It's a Sunday morning here, and it's exactly 6:34 a.m., 24th of July, 2020. As you all know, one of the good traits, one of the good characteristics of a good analyst is the ability to look at things from all angles, ability to look at things from every measure possible, right? So you don't hold tenaciously to your belief, you don't hold tenaciously to what you think the market is going to do. Because if you do that, it means you're trying to dictate for the market what to do. But nobody dictates for the market what you should do. Instead, you align yourself to what the market wants to do. So this very thought pattern actually informed my decision. So I decided to take a bigger look at BTC, and I got to discover this very chart pattern that hitherto I had ignored. I hadn't looked at it. So I saw this very chart pattern. This is called a descending broadening wedge pattern. Okay. And I checked up a couple of things, checked out some textbooks, and also Googled pictorial representations. And I actually saw that this is actually a bullish chart pattern. But the thing about it is that you can't really tell how long this thing will range. So right now, what we have is a range. Okay, some textbooks say that whenever you spot this kind of chart pattern, and you start seeing price moving in this current channel, that this is actually an accumulation phase. This is actually an accumulation phase. So by extension, whenever you spot this accumulation phase, we'll be having this series of moves. Okay, expect this series of moves, and something like this. We should be expecting some. Let me make it bolder so that, okay, let me make it yellow. Yeah, so you should be expecting something like this: moves up, comes down, moves up, comes down, moves up, comes down, and eventually there will be a breakout. That's what textbook said. That's what the textbook I consulted. That's what the textbook said. But then you know that nothing is cast in stone. There is no guarantee that it will always happen this way. So there's still a chance of, if this support doesn't hold, if it gets here and the support doesn't hold, there's also a chance of the thing also going lower, right? So I discovered that, and I was really amazed, and I had to ask myself why I didn't take cognizance of this very chart pattern, or this why I didn't take cognizance of it. Okay, so that's just the thing I want us to know. So right now, this is called a descending broadening wedge pattern. Yeah, a descending broadening wedge pattern. And if you actually look at it this way, you see that market has actually been ranging in this very channel. Okay, it's been ranging in this channel. Okay, it goes up, comes down, goes up, comes down. Eventually, if it gets this very resistance and goes above it, that will be a breakout. Also remember our 50-day exponential moving average that we had talked about earlier. We have our 50-day exponential moving average, which that we've always emphasized on, which is this. So as long as the price action is still below this 50-day exponential moving average, market is still bearish. So once it gets to it and then shoots up above it, not just shooting up above it, but it needs to close pretty much above it. Now we have another resistance, which is actually this line. So we have this very line to contend with, okay, as a guide. And you also have this 50-day exponential moving average, which is acting as a resistance, also as a guide. Right now it's acting as a resistance. So we need to see this price action break above this 50-day exponential moving average and then convert it into a support. It needs to be converted into a support. And now we also have this current resistance here, which needs to be broken. And then we need to see, before BTC can be seen to start going upwards. Okay, so that's pretty much above it. So just know that there's what is called a descending broadening wedge pattern. And for more confirmation, for us to know that what we are saying is true, let's also look at I googled up a pictorial representation of this, and I was able to come up with some things. I saw some things. Okay, so here is it. This is the descending broadening wedge pattern. You see, all the pictures I saw said it's actually a bullish chart pattern. We have a descending broadening wedge, and we also have an ascending. This is an ascending. An ascending broadening wedge is actually a bearish chart pattern, but a descending is a bullish chart pattern. But like I said, you don't need to hold tenaciously to any particular belief. You don't need to agree that yes, there must be a breakout, because my consultation said that this thing can actually stay here for a very long time. So there's actually no time frame. So I figured that the best thing that would help to serve as a guide whenever you're trading this very chart pattern, the best thing that should serve as a guide is the 50-day exponential moving average. You need to constantly watch it. Once it becomes a support, that means market has actually flipped bullish. So right now we are still at the accumulation phase. Okay, we are still at the accumulation phase. This is what is happening right now. Okay, you can see we got to this very resistance, and okay, we got to this very resistance and it couldn't close above it. Instead it got rejected. The same thing happened with the 50-day exponential moving average. Look at it here. Market went above it. Unfortunately, it couldn't close. Instead, it got lower. It came again, tested it here as well. It couldn't close above it. Instead, it came lower. The same thing is happening here right now. You can see what is happening here. Yeah, currently the price of BTC is around $22,700. So we just keep our eyes open and see how it eventually plays out. All right, guys. I hope this has been insightful enough, and I will see you in the next episode. Hands ahead. Salute.